Hello viewers, I welcome you to my new YouTube channel called GIRI Classes in English version. This channel is the objective to provide you IIT JAM Chemistry video lectures regarding your physical chemistry, organic chemistry and inorganic chemistry. So the first question coming to your mind, what is JAM? JAM stands for Joint Admission to MSc. Every year in the month of February, that is your second week of February and the first Sunday, every year IIT and IISc Bangalore they conduct this examination known as joint admission to MSc. So once you clear this examination, that is your JAM, that means you are eligible to have your various degree programs like MSc, PhD, that is your dual MSc PhD, integrated MSc PhD, joint MSc PhD in various institutes like your IITs, NITs, IIJs, IISc Bangalore and Niger Bhubaneswar. So first you have to think of what is that difference between your integrated MSc PhD, dual MSc PhD and your joint MSc PhD. In integrated MSc PhD, the PhD regarded is not the regular PhD because it is integrated MSc PhD. That means connection is there. When you are applied for integrated MSc PhD, the topic you chosen for your master's degree, the same topic will be for PhD degree. That means this is not the regular PhD as in case of normal PhD. So giving you example, suppose your subject is chemistry. When you are having master's degree, that means you have to do PhD in that chemistry subject. Suppose your subject is your chemistry, suppose you want to do PhD in suppose ocean chemistry, suppose in biotechnology, you are allowed to do so if until and unless you meet the eligibility criteria. Suppose that means the subject related to chemistry. Suppose you are masters in physics and you do PhD in chemistry, that is not the eligibility criteria. So regarded your topics and you can do your PhD degree. So this is the basic difference between integrated MSc PhD, that is not regular PhD, and the regular PhD. Now coming to the point, what is dual MSc PhD and joint MSc PhD? In dual MSc PhD, either you can do PhD there in that same institute or you can do PhD in other institutes. You are free to do so. And in joint MSc PhD, your master's degree and PhD degree will be in the same institute. Clear this point. Now coming to the point that what is the process when you have to do your PhD degree after MSc in dual MSc PhD degree program. So first you have to clear this examination, that is your master's degree. Then you have to meet eligibility criteria by the institute itself. That means the institute decides whether you are eligible for the PhD program or not, because the institute allows you until and unless you meet some eligibility criteria in terms of CGPA or grading system or percentage system by your master's degrees scorecard. Then you are eligible for the PhD program or that research program, right? Otherwise the institute fired you. That means you are not eligible to that institute for the PhD program. Suppose you meet that eligibility criteria and you don't want to stay there for the PhD research program, you want to do PhD in other institute, you are free to do so. But in case of joint MSc PhD, you are not allowed to do so. From that same institute you will have your master's degree and PhD degree from that same institute. But if you want to leave in between that, you are not allowed to do so. If you want to leave, then without getting degree you will be leaving the institute. So this is the basic difference while you are applying for this various programs after qualifying this examination. That is most important. For IIJs require the JAM scorecard. After getting the JAM scorecard, you are just only eligible for that institute's own separate exam pattern. That institute, every institute conducts the separate course pattern for that eligibility to meet various courses programs. So they provide you integrated PhD in most of the cases. So for that process, so what you have to do, you have to give that examination. If you have your JAM scorecard, then you have to give that examination. Then what you have to do, then you have to clear the examination and you are required for that interview process. Then a final procedure will give you the admission to that various programs, right? The first question is, what is that eligibility criteria for this examination, that is JAM? The eligibility criteria is obviously bachelor's degree. That means you have to score 55% in aggregate if you are in general category or OBC category or EWS category. But if you are in ST category or ST category, then you have to score 50% in aggregate. That must not be rounding off. Suppose your mark is suppose 49.5% and rounding up to 50%, still you are not eligible for this examination. That must not be rounding up. And the third and most important thing question is coming to mind, that if you are in B.Sc first year or second year, third year, can you give this examination? Yes, you can give this examination. Yes, there will be scorecard for you, but you are not eligible to join a particular JAM institute. The reason is very simple, very clear, because they require bachelor's degree. They don't require that bachelor's continuing students, right? So for that process, so what you have to do when you are applying the forms, if you are B.Sc first year and B.Sc second year, B.Sc third year, that means you are checking your knowledge. So you have to give a certain undertaking from your head of department that you are continuing B.Sc in that particular institute. This is the eligibility criteria. Now coming to the point of notifications. Notifications every September first week you get the notification for this JAM website, and exam date obviously the first Sunday of second week of February month, and the result will announced in third week of March, and the admission procedure started in month of June. First, second and third and final, that is 3 admission procedure, right? And the next, coming to the age limit, there is no age limit, and the number of attempts, there is no number of attempts. As many as you attempt you can able to take, you can do, because this is a degree program, and degree is not related to your jobs, because jobs requires a certain age limit, but this is a degree program, there is no age limit. Now let us coming to the point, number of subjects for this JAM examination. Number of subjects are 7, that is your physics, chemistry and biotechnology, geology, mathematical statistics, mathematics and biological science. But this year in 2020 IIT Kanpur didn't conduct JAM for the purpose of biological science students. Total 7 subject I already mentioned to you, that is biotechnology, mathematical statistics, physics, chemistry, geology, mathematics and biological science. But IIT Kanpur didn't conduct this biological science for this session. But 2019 IIT Kharagpur organized this JAM examination. They conduct all the courses regarding your JAM pattern, 7 subjects, but in 2020 only 6 subjects. So depending upon that institute, they call for this examination for that various students carrying various subjects. But question is, can it happens with chemistry? Obviously no, because for chemistry so many IITs are there. For MSc you have for MSc degree you have IIT Bombay, IIT Delhi, IIT Guwahati, IIT Gandhinagar, IIT Hyderabad, IIT Indore, IIT Jodhpur, IIT Kanpur, IIT Madras, IIT Patna, IIT Roorkee, IIT Ropar, and then ISM Dhanbad converted into IIT, that is known as IIT ISM Dhanbad, that is your Varanasi, that is your IIT Varanasi, which was initially BHU converted into IIT Varanasi, IIT Vilai, IIT Palakkad, and joint MSc PhD program available in IIT Bhubaneswar and IIT Kharagpur. After you getting this JAM scorecard, after eligibility you get this one. Now this examination is in 2 sessions. First session is from 9:30 to 2:30 of 9:30 to 12:30 for 3 hours, and second session 2 is your second session, that is your second session, that is from 2:30 to 5:30, that is 2 sittings, and always chemistry is in second session. Whether the subject will be 6 or 7 doesn't matter. If your friend is in biological science, just give that friend information that biological science student conducted by your IISc Bangalore, because once you clear this examination you will get integrated MSc PhD in IISc Bangalore. So depending upon IISc Bangalore, the organizing institute includes this subject in that JAM pattern or not. Right, now coming to that question pattern from 2005 to 2012, 44 questions were there, and I just want to mention you that from 2005 to 2014, the data I have, the pattern was a subjective pattern. That means you have a written examination, but from 2015 to 2020 onwards, and I expect that in 2021 itself the pattern will be remain the same. That is your objective pattern. That is your you have to sit in front of a computer, you have to give your registration ID, and you have to give the date of birth, and you are eligible to give this examination for 180 minutes. That is your 3 hours in session 2 for chemistry itself. Now coming to the question pattern, like in 2005 to 2012, 44 questions were there. 30 objective question carrying 3 marks is total contribution is 90 marks, and 15 subjective question carrying 15 marks is total contribution is 225 marks, and the total marks contribution is 315 marks. In 2013, 30 questions were there, and carrying 2 marks each for 10 objective question and having 0.5 negative marking, and then no negative marking for fill in the blank questions. For total 10 questions carrying 3 marks is total contribution is 30 marks, and for descriptive questions total 10 questions carrying 2 marks is total 5 marks each, and total of for 10 questions and total contribution is 50 marks. There is no negative marking for fill in the blanks and descriptive. Total contribution is 100 marks. In 2014 also course pattern changed. In 2005 to 2012 44 questions were there. 2013 30 questions were there. 2014 also 53 questions were there, and the pattern changed, and both 2005 to 2014 the patterns were subjective. And 2014 2 parts, first one is objective part, second part is descriptive part. Objective part for first 10 questions in part 1 carrying 1 mark is total contribution is 10 mark. Negative marking was 1/3 of the contributing correct mark, that is your -1/3, that is your almost 0.33. And for the next 15 question, next 25 questions carrying 2 marks is total contribution is 50 marks, and carrying 2/3 of your negative mark if you do the wrong answer. And for part 2 and part 1 is obviously the negative marking. Part 2 is just a descriptive type question, no negative marking. Total 8 questions carrying 5 marks is total contribution is 40 marks, and the full mark is obviously 100. So from 2005 to 2013, 2005 to 2012 the full marks were to 315. From 2013 to 2020 itself the full marks remained the same, that is your 100 mark. 2000 this was it was 2014 that I discussed. Now coming to 2015, that is our objective, because from 2015 to 2020 the course pattern remains unchanged, and I hope that I expect that in 2021 also the course pattern will remain same. In 2015 to 2020 the course pattern was like this. First is your 3 sections for 100 marks. First is section A, section B, section C. Section A is your MCQ, that is your multiple choice question. Section B is your MSQ, that is your multi-select question. Section C is your numerical answer type. First session is your MCQ, carried your negative marks for that MCQs. MCQ stands for multiple choice question. That means from out of 4 questions only one question will one answer. There will be only one answer. For MSQ, that will multi-select question. That means out of 4 options, maybe one option will be correct, 2 option will be correct, or 3 option of all the 4 options will be correct. But you have to give the appropriate answer. If you give the appropriate options, then you will be allowed to get the full marks. In numerical answer type, that will be in fill in the blanks type question. That will be dash will be there. You have to put the accurate or actual digit number. Suppose 3.354 is there, then you have to put 3.354. It may be in your mind, but you have to put only 2 digits after decimal, because this is the guideline for the GATE examination and JAM examination. And I hope that you understand. But means if your answer is your 30.354, then you have to put only 30.35 in that dash. And for that calculation, you have a calculator in that computer screen. And if you want to see that calculator, either to go to the Google Play your software and you download just GATE calculator. You will get that calculator. Let us coming to that section A. Section A is your MCQ. MCQ carried 1 mark. For 1 mark your contribution you have for wrong answer the marks deduction will be 1/3, that is your -0.33. And for a 2 marks your contribution the marks deduction is 2/3 for your wrong answer, right? This is for your MCQ. For MSQ and for a numerical answer type there is no negative marking, right? So let us come into the past your session, that is your session A, that is your MCQ. Total 10 question carrying 1 mark is 10 marks, and for total 20 question, next total 20 question carrying 2 marks is total contribution is 40 marks. As I mentioned you, 1/3, 2/3 for negative marks. Total marks in the section A is 50 marks, and 50 marks is your negative marking. And the section B and section C there is no negative marking. In section B you are having that is MSQ, that is your multi-select question. I already explained that process, and total 10 questions, 10 question carrying 2 marks each, and if you give that correct answer, you will get 2 marks, and if you don't answer it, you will be provided no negative marking, that is your 0 obviously, and for wrong answer you don't have any negative marking, that is provided you 0 marks, right? This is your MSQ. And now coming to the numerical answer type, that is your section C. Total first 10 questions, 10 question carrying 1 mark is total contribution is 10 mark, and for next 10 question carrying 2 marks is total contribution is 20 marks. So section C total 30 marks. If you don't give the answer, then they will provide you 0 mark, or if you don't give the appropriate answer, then also you will not get any suppose you get any wrong information or wrong answer, then you will not provided the exact mark, that is your 1 mark or 2 mark, you will get awarded by 0 marks, right? That is no negative mark in section B, section C. And section A total 50 marks, negative mark in section B total carrying 20 marks, and section C total 30 marks. So total contribution is 100 marks. Clear this point? Now let us come into the notification of this JAM. Every first week of every September is your JAM notification. Exam date is obviously the first Sunday of 2nd February every year, and your result is in third week of March, and admission procedure started in June month, and first, second, and third and final. Total 3 admission procedure, 3 session list. Now let us coming to that your cutoff mark. Cutoff mark in 2015, the cutoff mark is obviously 21.64, because this is most important, because the pattern was objective and it was online basis, in front of computer you have to give the examination, and 2015 it was 21.64 students participated, 7,474, and then in 2016 29.63 cutoff mark for I am just explaining the cutoff mark for general students and EWS, right? And the 29.63 for 2016 2017, 23.35 2018, 28.46 2019, 20.31 2020, 16.96. Don't get any kind of conclusion by this cutoff marks. Just see from this 6 years of this analysis, just in only 2020 for general category, the cutoff mark went below the 20, that is 16.96. This is very shocking. Obvious reason is very clear, because in 2015 you find 7,474, and in 2020 the student crossed almost 17,000. I don't have exact data, but in 2019 the students who participated for this examination were 15,730. That means every year almost in ratio you can find out 1,500 or to almost 2,000 students increasing every year. So that means competition is increasing. So that's for organizing institute trying to label this examination pattern for to shake off better quality of this examination. So I think that you get all the informations regarding IIT JAM chemistry pattern and all the subjects. So I hope that you like this video. So do like, share and subscribe, and the most important thing is that to share with your friends, those are in B.Sc first year, second year, third year, because this is the right time to prepare this examination. I am trying to upload this video regarding this examinations. So I hope you have a good time with me, and thank you very much for giving your valuable time. Thank you very much.